Nations of Hockey, Week 3. In my opinion, this is the best week we had so far, just because how cool the cards look and how balanced they are. Also, we have some really good additions outside of MSPs. Before we jump into the video and break down every single card, I'm also live on Twitch 5 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you want to see me playing NHL 23 live, make sure you stop by. Okay, let's not lose any time and jump into the video to see who are the new cards added to the NHL 23. So this week's MSPs is Thomas Chabot, Suzanne Tapani, Jack Eichel, and Marco Casper. We also do have Mario, Gretzky, and Haverchuk added to the game. I think it's incredible because now Gretzky and Lemieux will be more accessible, and it's not only the power-up icon card, and there a lot of more people will be able to have them in. We also have a few other cards of Nation of Hockey. Outside of Nicholas Lindstrom, I don't really think anyone is like really good. Mike Modano is not bad, but we will have a look on the cards in a second. I have some lower overalls, like Robin Lehner looks pretty decent. Same as Zach Werenski. Will those cards make your team? Probably not, but I think like if you're grinding still the objectives, I think those would be the cool and fun cards to try out. Regards objectives, there's no any additions, still the same. You play 670 games in total and use your collectibles to make one of the MSPs for free, technically, because completing the challenges and objectives, you get enough collectibles to make one MSP for free. If you have a quick look on week 3 challenges, then we have play the team Austria. There is some coins. Then you play team Finland women's team, also USA, and if you play Team Canada, you get event collectible packs and random 82 overall National Hockey player, which is I think is pretty good. Okay, one of the cards I would like to have a look is Robin Lehner, just because of his size. His aggression is 67, which is good. His speed is 88. For 86 overall card, I think is really decent, and it's just because he's really big in the net. So I think he would be fun card to try out, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's 86 overall goalie, but let's be honest, we use base Markstrom for how long? So I think Robin Lehner is like a card I would personally like to try out. Another one is Nicholas Lindstrom. Not only because he's like one of my favorite players anyway in NHL, he had elite edges, he had a quick pick, he is quite fast, his size is not as bad for left-handed defensemen, and his endurance is quite low, but his acceleration is high and his shooting stats are very good. I would not put him in my first lineup, but I think he would be decent for second or third defensive pair. Also Mike Modano. First of all, he had a big tipper, and you know, like the way how we can score this year, big tipper is quite efficient. Also, like if you guys seen like No Sleeves playing, like he's really having a lot of fun with the big tipper. So I did started to try it recently, and I'm also having fun. So guys, I think this is something you should consider activated if one of your players have it as a superstar or zone ability. Also, if you activate T, he had an 86 faceoff, and because of his size, I think he's a really decent center. He had 91 speed, he had 88 endurance and 91 acceleration. His hands and shooting stats are also very good, so I think he's a really good card, and a lot of people will sleep on him because he's only 88 overall. But if you look at the stats, it actually looks much better. So I'm actually considering to buy this card because I don't think it will be very expensive, and just trying out in forward or third line. Okay, Dale Haverchuk. What can I say about the card? The synergies are not bad, as you can see. His superstar abilities are not great, but also not bad. It depends what you like. I like Relentless, a lot of people don't. Quick Draw is very efficient, but he's too small for a center, so I would like to use him in a wing instead, but only if you can get his speed up to 90, because I don't really see a reason with the cards we currently have out in the game. Like if you have less than 90 on a wing, it's really not very efficient at this point. Okay, Wayne Gretzky. Absolutely love what I did here. They did added Gretzky and Mario in the game. The reason why I love it, because it's now more accessible, so like I can go and just buy him. I know you can always buy his power-up icons and stuff like that, but first of all, they were very expensive. I think Gretzky was going around 350, 400 in auction house this morning. Probably the price even will drop. I did sold my McDavid, so I'm thinking of picking Gretzky up instead, because it's just really nice to have Gretzky or Mario in the lineup. Okay, if you have a quick look on, he had Unstoppable Force, he had Third Eye, and he had Non-Contest, but he had Elite Edges. So if it was me, I would activate Unstoppable Force and Elite Edges. With his size and his speed, I think those are the superstar and zone abilities you guys have to activate. Also, he have Booming Shot and Gladiator. You can see if you activate both of them, endurance goes up, and that's really huge. This card is much better than Connor McDavid, and Connor McDavid sold for more, so I'm really considering picking up Gretzky and just trying him out for the weekend. And now probably my favorite card this week is Mario Lemieux. He had Thief, he had Heart and Soul, he had my best superstar in zone abilities. He had Tape to Tape, he had Truculence, he had Big Tipper, and he had Close Quarters. If I would have the chance to have this card, I would probably activate every single one, because with his size already, can you imagine what can... Like, Truculence probably would be an instant penalty, but it would be a really fun card to use. Also, Big Tipper, as already said before, it's very efficient and effective recently. Tape to Tape is just really helping me with the passing this year, and Close Quarter is just, in general, one of the best zone and superstar abilities. Look at the skating stats, like, endurance is quite low, and I was expecting it to be a little bit higher, but I understand why they did it, because of his size, acceleration and speed is really good. Same about the shooting and hands, there is nothing really to complain about the card. I think it's currently going around 780k on PlayStation Market. It's quite a lot of coins, to be honest, for not an MSP card, but with how dirty the EA made the card, I understand why the price is so high. Also, it's just because there is only one card in the auction house. I think if there would be at least 5, the price would probably be around 500k. Okay, and let's now have a quick look on the MSP. So Thomas Chabot, left-handed defenseman. Not a great, but not a bad card at all. I will not rank the MSPs this week, because I really think that they are all almost the same. And outside of like Eichel, I don't really think that anyone else is like better or worse. Shutdown is not very efficient this year, but Elite Edges is... I don't really like the Heat Seeker, because I don't really think it's efficient, but Seeing Eye is very good with if you want to score a tip goal. So I think it's a fun card to use, and like I said, I don't really want to rank them, because I think they are all very good, and I like what EA did this week. All the cards are balanced, and there is a card for everyone. If you need a left-handed defenseman, then Thomas Chabot is probably your guy. Suzanne Tapani, I think they made the card really good. What I don't like is obviously how small she is. She's quite tall, but she's just small, like 68 kilograms. That's like, she will be bumped off the puck very, very easily. I like every single zone and superstar ability. The card is going around 170k in the auction house, so I actually was considering just to buy her, try for the weekend, and then sell. She will not stay in my lineup because of her size. If she was a little bit bigger, she would 100% be a really decent card. I just like how the stats look, and all the superstar and zone abilities. Also the Spark and Wingman, you can change it to the buzzing, or you can have a distributor activated, so that gets her face-ups up a little bit. Because of her size, you cannot use her. You can technically use everyone in the center, don't take me wrong. You can use whoever you want, because you just have to use the players you like. But if you're looking for someone and a little bit more into the meta, then she's 100% someone you can use on a wing because of her speed. I think with Close Quarters and Elite Edges, she would be really fast, and I just think in general it would be a fun card to use, but I'm scared about the size, and I think she would be bumped off the puck. If you can avoid the hits, then I don't see any reasons why. Even with Unstoppable Force activated, she still would probably be destroyed. Like, I don't want to say that, but like, she's really small. Marco Casper, there is nothing I really don't like about the car. Maybe some of the superstar abilities, but like with his size, if you get Unstoppable Force, probably a decent guy. Elite Edges will also increase his speed. He had Gladiator and Light the Lamp. He had Protector and Bombarder. Big Rig, I don't really use it so much. Like, I prefer Unstoppable Force instead. No Contest also really never tried it, but maybe it's just something I need to start trying, different superstar abilities. Elite Edges is like another story. You activate it, you use him on a wing instead of the center, and he will probably fly. Like, Endurance 87 is decent, hand shooting decent. There's really nothing bad about the card. I think, like I said previously, and I'm repeating this, I think like the 10th time already, every single card this week is good, in my opinion. You can use every single one, depends on the position you're looking. Now the best card, in my opinion, this week is Jack Eichel. He's really big. He had a decent face-ups. You can actually use him on a center. I know a lot of people don't prefer to use right-handed sentiments. I do, so sentiments, so he probably would make my team. Again, I may buy him instead of making, because I really don't like to make every single card. I prefer to buy it, play around with it. If I like it, I keep it. If don't, I can actually still sell it. Wheels activated, same as Elite Edges. I actually think he would probably feel and play similar like McDavid, just the right-handed winger. This is incredible card, and he had every single stat really good. Endurance 90, speed 92, acceleration 90, shooting and hands all is above 90s. Body checking 86, also really good. Face-off you can get up to 88. Defensive awareness you can get up to 90. Like, there's nothing really bad about the card. It's a perfect size, it's very fast, and I would really recommend you guys try and make him and try him out. In my opinion, this is the best card this week out of MSPs. Is he better than Mario? Probably not. I still would prefer Mario over Jack Eichel, but if you're looking at players from Team USA, or you're still not quite sure who you want to make with your free collectibles, then Jack Eichel probably would be a good choice. Okay guys, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I think if I would need to rank this week's cards in general, not only MSPs, then probably Mario would be the first, Gretzky would be the second, Eichel probably would go as a third, and then everyone else would just go after it. I think Madano is a really good card to try, like I already explained, and I just think in general the cards are really good. There is a card for everyone this week. I still will think about Suzanne Tapani because they really made her card very good. It's just the size what I'm not very convinced about. But you know, you need to try the card before you can actually say something. Let me know down in the comment section below if you're making any of the MSPs, or are you trying, or maybe you pull someone in the pack. And what do you think about this week's cards in general? I hope you enjoyed the video and have a good one. See you on the ice.